Let me ask you a question. If I called you out of the blue on the phone and told you that within 30 to 60 or even 90 days at the most, it's guaranteed, no matter what type of credit you have, that you'd be able to get a $500,000 mortgage loan. Would you believe me or would you hang up on me? I'm assuming as a grown-ass adult, you would probably hang up on me because it doesn't happen, right? Because if it did, if that were possible with any type of credit and using the word guaranteed to get you there, I would be all over the place. I'd be on Ellen, I'd be on billboards. Dude, if I had the cure to bad credit, or if anybody had the cure to bad credit, then number one, why is it the one thing that determines literally where you live, where you work, how much money you have, where your kids go to school, what type of roof you have over your head, or whether you have a roof over your head, how you actually get from point A to point B, or even drive to work, or take a bus to work, or what type of shoes you wear, or so on and so forth. It would not be that determining factor, okay? Your score would be more like a personality score, right? Like, oh, you're a perfect person, you're a wonderful person, let's just give you money. That is what everything would be, determined based off of, right? So if there was the perfect way to remove negative items, then you wouldn't be watching this video. You would be sitting on a pile of money, wiping your ass with that money, and you would have no care in the world. But if I called you out of the blue, you would hang up on me. And yet there are people literally every day that want to argue with me on the phone and tell me that same stuff in reverse. Why can't you remove negative items, my student loans, my bankruptcy, my charge off, my repossession, all this kind of stuff within 30 to 90 days guaranteed, so I can go get my $500,000 line when I can't even finance gum or air or get a $200 secured credit card? If you can't get a $200 secured credit card, then there's no way that in 30 to 90 days you are going to be able to get, or even in a couple more months than that, be able to get a house, dude. Like, look at what you're trying to get. Like, look at the path that you have to cross or go through or go down or whatever to be able to get there. The entire reason that I'm talking about this is because we always talk about breakdowns and formulas and how to and letters and all that kind of stuff, but there's so much more to that, right? We need to talk about change. We need to talk about actually changing ourselves mentally, preparing ourselves to be able to get there. Right now is actually the perfect time to bring about that change. What I'm talking about is, look at just the global situation, right? Everything has changed. You can't tell me there's one thing that hasn't changed. And okay, maybe there is one thing, but for the most part, everything has changed, right? Right now is a great time to invest in yourself, invest in that change, and be able to, the way you're supposed to, get to that house or car or better job or, better neighborhood or whatever, the more money, right? Because what else are we doing? We're not spending as much money as we normally do. We have more time on our hands than we normally do. And it is the perfect time to do us, right? But to get there, we have to mentally and emotionally prepare ourselves to be able to do that. And that is the reason why I started with that question, because it is just, I hear it all the time. You would be surprised. Let me ask you another question. There's got to be something, how I'm trying to figure out how to put this. There's got to be something that is going on in your life right now, or that you have or don't have, that you really want to have or not have. And there's something holding you back from fixing it, right? So in other words, change. Let me give you an example. I always bitched about not having enough money, not being appreciated at work, having to work too hard and get, such little pay. And but I never really did anything to change that until I was down to my last $25 with my husband. Some of you know my story. I was down to my last $25 and I said, dude, this is it. I'm not working for anybody ever again in my entire life. I'm done. I'm going to take this $25. I'm going to invest in this. And one day I will tell you what I invested in. And I'm going to change our lives. And I did. Obviously, there was a path to getting there. And obviously, I had to fix my credit to be able to do that, right? But it was the one thing that catapulted us down this road, kind of like an avalanche, more like it, to be able to get here. So yes, I can talk about change because I practice what I preach, okay? So if you want to stay living on, or in mom and dad's basement or on cousin Vinny's couch, then that's cool. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing as people that want to, people that stop drinking, they stop drinking because they are at a point where they're ready to, they want to. People who stop smoking do so, either, unless they're going to die if they don't, but, they do so because they're at that point where they're like, you know what? I don't want to smoke anymore. A lot of people that stop doing drugs do so because they are at a point where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I am ready for change. I am ready to go through the withdrawal or the shakes or the tremors or, whatever, to be able to have a different life because I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. And having bad credit is no different. You have to actually get to a point where you're like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I can't live on mom and dad's couch anymore. Or I can't live with my sister or my brother or my cousin. I can't continue to, pay for college out of pocket. I can't continue to worry that if there is an earthquake or my house or my apartment catches on fire, that I'm going to have no money. Or that if, I get fired, that I'm going to have nothing to fall back on because most, or at least 40% of Americans don't even have $400 saved up for an emergency. Like, those are the things that I'm talking about, that if we have something happens, if we have something happen that just totally screws up and turns our world upside down, are we going to be able to say, oh, I'm not worried about it. I have credit cards. I have money saved. I have, somewhere I can go. I have another house. I have 2 cars. I'm not worried about my car breaking down. Do we have something that we are able to fall back on, a buffer, and say, that's okay. I can chill out right now. My credit's not that bad, or my credit's good, or my credit is excellent. I will be fine. Most people cannot say yes to that. Most people say, I don't have money. I don't have a good job. I don't have a second house. I don't have a second car. I can't take out a second mortgage. I can't. And the thing that takes us from the one place to another is change. And we have to want to change to be able to do that. A lot of people are not going to like this video. Number 1, because I'm all over the place. And number 2, because they don't like to be told what to do. And I'm not telling you what to do, but I am saying something that's probably hitting home for you right now because it hit home for me and I've been there. I am, I am one person that does not like to be told what to do. I have to be ready to do it, right? I have to be ready to change. I have to be willing to do something to be able to do it. Otherwise, I am like my 2-year-old. I'm going to say no all day long. All day long. No. I am not going to do it. So if you find that you are at the place where you're like, you know what? I do have the time right now to invest in myself. I am ready for change. I don't want to, take a shower where it's backing up or have a toilet that, is always needing to be plunged because it doesn't have proper, plumbing or, no cabinets because, that's just the type of place that I live in, or, that there's like spiders and no one comes to fix the freaking things where the spiders are coming out because they don't hire a maintenance person, or, walk to work because I cannot afford a car. Like, that when I moved to New York, I actually had no car because I was only going to be out there for 3 months and I ended up staying for 10 years. Really weird. Went on vacation and never went home to California. And so I decided, hey, I don't want to work all these different jobs. I had 3 part-time jobs and have to walk in the snow in New York. Okay. Kind of cold, kind of snowy. So I need a car, but I didn't have the money because I was working 3 crappy part-time jobs. And so I actually paid $600, which was about 3 or 4 of my weekly paychecks, and paid my uncle, who has a shop in New York, and bought one of his clients' cars. It was a Hoopty DeVille. In other words, a Jetta. It was like a 1922 Jetta. I'm just kidding. It was really old, like 86 Jetta or something. And like, when you're like coming to a stop sign, it's like, what do you call them? The Flintstones, where you have to like put your feet out and like run to get it to like stop. Yeah, it was like really crappy. The heater didn't work. I had to put blankets when I was driving and it was snowing outside and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, okay. I started in New York with like the crappiest of cars, and everything got a little bad and then got better after that. But yeah, dude, like a lot of you do not know anything about me, and you think that I just make these videos and I try to get people to sign up for my services and all that kind of stuff. No. I make these videos because I've been there. I know from a personal place what it's like to be on the other side of that score. I know what it's like to not be able to, even go and apply for anything, because I couldn't apply for anything. I had to take 3 or 4 of my paychecks to pay for a shitty ass car that only lasted 3 months, and then I actually had to get a co-signer to get my next car, which then got totaled in ICE, and didn't get paid by my insurance and all that kind of stuff. So like, I've been there. I know, some of you do know, I had to pay for college out of pocket. I did have to, get an apartment with my sister because my credit was so crappy, and, just whatever. There's so many things that I could tell you about myself that you'd be like, oh, she doesn't understand. She didn't, blah. I don't do what I do because it's business for me. I do what I do because I've been there, and I know how devastating bad credit can be. Like, I know, I feel it. I feel you. I understand. And so that's why I make these videos. That's why I try to do everything that I can to help you guys and to teach you and mentor you and put you in, the right place. But if you're not ready or you're not receptive to it, then there's nothing else that I can do until you are ready. But I'm telling you that right now is the best time. It is the time for you to fix your credit. There is not going to be another time like right now to do so. And it's really, really simple. You have all the tools and videos and resources available to you if you want to do this yourself, okay? If you don't want to do it yourself, that's a totally different thing. You can find the link in the description of any video that I put out to schedule a call with me to see if I can help you. But for the rest of you who are in the same position that I was all those years ago, you don't have the money to hire someone, and that is totally fine, because I didn't. I had to learn the hard way. And then I had to learn even more hard things before things got right for me, okay? But you have to make the decision to be able to move forward. I am ready for change. I don't want to sleep on Cousin Vinny's couch anymore. I don't want to wake up and worry about where tomorrow's food's gonna come. I don't want to worry about my EBT card running out. I don't want to, so on and so forth. Like, it was so long of like in between not having money and having money for me that it was so weird to be able to open up my like, I would go in my purse and like open up my wallet, and there would be like green in there, like, wow, I've got money in here. Like, I've got money in here because my credit allowed me to get a better job where I actually have money after I pay all my bills. Like, that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling to be able to say, dude, I'm able to get here, okay? If I can do it, anybody can do it. If whatever I can do, you can do, okay? That's, just bring about change. change for you, change for your family. But for you to be able to change, you have to be ready to do so. All right. If you have any questions, post it in the comments. This is way longer than I wanted it to be. I didn't write any notes. I kind of just wanted to do this one off the cuff. But I guess that is it. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. It is election day. Bring about that change. All right, it's been 15 minutes and 26 seconds. I will see you guys later. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, if you are ready for change and you do want my help, or at least to see if I can help you, use the link in the description or go to expertcreditsweeps.com/bookonline. All right, guys, bye.